Okay, it cut out. So I got in here in this engine compartment. Well, it's not really an engine compartment because there's no engine. But there's my board. That's set up for my battery. Now let me see if I'm going to turn the torch on, which is the light. Okay, now, provided they have it set up correctly, black to black, black being negative, which it looks like they did. That's not approved marine setup, I don't think. Now, I've got some exposed wood down here, so I may end up laying up some fiberglass in it. I don't know exactly. Now, this container here should be my potable water. Yeah, that's all broken away. That's fiberglass banding. It's not rusted steel, but doesn't look a whole lot better. So I'll have to probably fix it. I don't know, we'll see. I'm almost afraid to open up my potable water container there, because it's gonna stink, I'm sure. But, we'll figure it out and get going from there. But it does have a pressure pump. So I got that going for me. And then this is my bilge pump, which I don't think it works. I'm pretty sure I got some water in my bilge. Or at least I'll have to see where that line goes and all that, and see. But it goes to a through hole over here. So yeah. Now what they did over here, see those holes? Now they kind of plugged them up on the outside. But what I'm gonna want to do, I think, is lay some more fiberglass over it, and I want to remount the motor on the correct side here, because that's what these 4 holes here are for, is for my motor mount, which for some reason, get that up out of the way, hopefully. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Which for some reason they relocated it over there. No idea why. No information really on it. Now I got those screws. Those are for rudder. Oh, wait, let's see if there we are. Those screws are for the rudder. Now that is a fiberglass tube that they built that may or may not be leaking. I'm going to have to probably reglass some of that. It looks like the rest of it's just dry and dirty. So I'll do some repairs in here. But the gel coat that they put on here didn't adhere too well. Now this fiberglass feels really smooth, so I'm assuming they didn't sand it before they just gel coated over it, because this gel coat wasn't probably meant to last. This gel coat was probably just used to make sure that this polyurethane resin cured, because if you don't take the oxygen off of a polyurethane resin, it won't cure. Now they do it a variety of ways. A lot of resins, they actually have wax in the resin, so that's going to help with that. You can use PVA, which is polyvinyl alcohol. That'll work too. But I want to relocate the motor back over here, and I don't know why. I don't see any cracks or anything, so I don't know why they didn't keep it over here. But this is where they had the fuel line, I'm assuming, go out. So I'm going to have to take these screws out, put it there, and then all those holes over there I need to reglass over and clean them up. Now, there is some mold down here. That's what some of this black is. You see that? Yeah. And I've got this ladder. I'm assuming that's a swimming ladder. Help you get in and out of the boat. And looks like something's leaking over there. Then I got miscellaneous holes here. Oh, there it is. And then I got one up down. And another one here that they corked. So I'm going to end up having to go ahead and taper those out, re-glass it to fix those. I got some holes here and here. Not exactly sure. Now, here, if you can see, there's the hole. I don't know if I can even show you the edge properly, but you can see that here is solid fiberglass. There's a wood core in here, so this is probably for mounting something at some point, but I can re-glass over this using epoxies or the polyurethane resins. Really isn't going to matter too much what I use, but when I re-glass this hole here, I'm going to taper it out real good. And I want to make sure I seal this because this does have a wood core in here. And it seems like it's still in good shape, so I don't really want it to rot out. But all this fiberglass, I don't really feel any soft spots anywhere. The hull seems like it's in real good shape. So, but what we're all here for is to check my electrical system out and see if it's at all any good. And maybe burn down my boat by putting a battery in. I don't know. We'll see what'll happen. Oh. So, I guess let's get on with it, huh? Now, I am going to use some tools that you're not supposed to use. Now, it looks like this what may have been a multiple battery system, but I only had enough money this week to get one battery. Because this battery regularly is $129 plus a core. And yeah, I could only do so much. So, I may go to Walmart and check their prices out. But I had a 40% off coupon because I work for Tractor Supply. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. Because I work for a hardware farm place. And for Christmas, they gave us 40% off one item. So, that is what I used my 40% off for. Was a battery. Yeah. But this will be enough to check the lights out, make sure they work, and go from there. Now, everything I'm seeing on here is red is positive, black is negative or neutral. So, I've got a mess of wires here. So what I'm going to do is connect all my wires up. And yeah, that one was for bridging. It looked like they went ahead and put two batteries in, connect the negatives together, and then, or negative to positive. Because you can connect them in series or parallel, depending on what you want to do. Right now, like I said, I'm just doing the one so I can check the electrical system out and see how the lights, see if any of those work, and go from there. So, let's get these nuts off. And why did I zoom it in again? I don't know. There we go, that's better. Now, I did check, and I have 2 whole subscribers now, which is pretty cool. At least I thought it was. Now, what I'm going to do is leave those on like that. So that way I keep it, and I have my covers there still. I don't know why, I'm kind of weird like that. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Probably not. But let's connect the positives first. Now I am going to use a pair of pliers to tighten this up. And yes, I know, I was a mechanic for 20 years. And you're not supposed to do that. Well, tough. What you're supposed to use is the correct wrench or socket. This is not easy to do one-handed. There we go. Helpful tip, don't look at the screen while you're putting the nuts on. Look at what your hand is doing. That seems to work better. Alright, so okay, there was no sparking, which that's good. Or my battery's completely junk and dead. I don't know. I'm just kind of amazed I could fit in this area. It's kind of, I don't know if you can really see all that well, but it's not exactly huge in here. And that's some of the wallpaper and carpet that they had. Ooh, what's that? Oh, okay. That is an antenna wire, which they shouldn't have had like this. One of the things you got to remember about wiring up radios with, or like CB kind of stuff. Oh. What is that? It looked like something was rubbing in there. Well, I'll fix it. But anyway, you should only have as much antenna cable as you absolutely need. The reason for that is actually quite simple, because it ends up running interference for your system, and it's not gonna, if it's not tuned right, it won't work properly. It won't get the range that you're supposed to get. Now all this pipe tubing I'm gonna need to change out. Look at that. Yeah. Now this is that corrugated like pool discharge hose kind of stuff that they have, and I don't like that because you got this, there's still some water in here in this tube right down there, because it comes up, over, down, and goosenecks a little bit, and then comes up to here, which is another through hole, but that one's a metal one. This through hole here is plastic, so I'm gonna have to change that one out. That one's for this one over here is for the sump pump, or well, I guess not sump pump, but bilge pump. But you know, all right. Anyway, back to the battery. Oh, and in case you're wondering, no, that's not a bilge pump. That is my pressure water pump. Now, again, not the right tool. Use the right tool usually. But for me, for now, it's fine. I'm just tightening that up. Just snug it up. Make sure it's tight so I get correct current flow. Same here. And I want to say thank you to my 2 subscribers that I got. And we'll see if I end up getting more. If I do, great. If not, oh, who cares? I'm having fun. Now, I'm not done installing this, but it's good enough for now. So, I am going to leave this pair of pliers. This is now my boat pliers. So, that's where they're going to be. And I will totally forget that they're there. But I got to get off this wooden plank that they put in here. Or box, I guess. Yeah. So over there's, on the other side of that wood is the quarter berth. Doesn't look like marine grade plywood, I don't think. But hey, it may be. Let's turn that off so I don't keep eating up my power. And, well, I'm going to upload this video. And then once it hits night, I'm going to, well, at least a little darker, I'm going to turn on the lights and we'll see what we see, I guess. Alright, later.